My name's Chris, and I trained in the BA program at Sparta. Before that, I had just graduated uni earlier that year. Even though I was working like saying stuff like retail or other tech support related jobs, I kind of also had an idea in my head that I was going to see how I can maybe get into tech. I've done other little programs before Sparta, and it was kind of like a dead end type of thing. Of course, I got the knowledge, which is great, but it didn't really lead me anywhere because I tried to apply for jobs after that. It was like, you needed these degrees or this experience. And it's like, how do I get the experience without actually getting the job? And it just seemed like a constant cycle. And then Sparta kind of broke that for me. So I was very happy about that. I studied philosophy and Spanish at university. For one, I loved, studying philosophy and things like that because it's something that I am interested in. But I did recognize that it's not very lucrative in the long run, and maybe it is fulfilling in a hobby sense, but maybe not in a career sense. So I started to look at different things, and I always kind of thought tech, but I was like, I don't know if I may fit that description because I had an idea in my head of what that might look like. Sorry, I had a family member who was a product owner, and in that field also, and I just he opened me up to the tech world in that sense, and I kind of realized, okay, it's more attainable than I thought. Throughout the rest of that summer, I kind of went down a rabbit hole of looking at different tech jobs, and I came across BA, and at that point I was like, okay, I think I'd be willing to try this. And he even knew somebody who was worked for Sparta, and they kind of gave me a brief of the situation, explained what they do and how it would work step by step. And I was like, okay, this seems pretty interesting. So I applied, and here we are. My training at Sparta was at the start it was daunting. I had to say it was very daunting because I was thinking, all these people who are training alongside me probably have all this different knowledge and background training or degrees against what I have, so it was a bit daunting. But then I was kind of encouraged that my background could be an asset if I allowed it to be. By the end of it was like everything just flew by so quickly, and made a lot of good friends from it, and I thought it was an overall great experience. Everybody is also very positive and helpful, which I love. They constantly check up on us, and any questions we have, they're happy to answer, that kind of thing. So just the main thing right now is just getting through administrative situations and access to different portals and things like that. But apart from that, I am very excited to really get down to the work and get things started fully. I'll say my biggest achievement so far, being with Sparta and getting hired, would be, I think, just going through the process and actually getting the job, but getting hired to a good, company as well. That's, I think, the biggest achievement for me. It's like, okay, I went from not knowing what I was doing in uni to working at a very good company in a relatively short space of time. So that's a very big achievement for me currently. %, I would. There are a lot of my friends or people that I know that I come across that are in similar positions to me right now, because a lot of people, even if you have, the perfect degree, you may not still know what you want to do, or you may not know how to get to, from point A to point B. So I'm one of many. So I just, anybody else that I come across that's in a similar position, I just always seem to recommend them to Sparta. They can, I guess, see this out as an option as well for themselves.